Major change alert. The new Renters' Rights Act has become law. But what happens next? Let's break it down. So the Renters' Rights Act received royal assent on the 27th of October 2025, which means the new rules are now officially on the way. It's not as simple as just implementing them straight away. There are certain expected timescales for when the law will actually be enacted. On the 27th of December 2025, so 2 months after the royal assent, we expect to see a ban on rental discrimination implemented, the end of long leases being treated as assured tenancies. The meaning is to prevent leaseholders from being evicted for not paying their ground rents. And finally, local authorities will begin to have new powers for investigating and reporting landlords. After that, the next milestone probably will be March to June 2026. This is obviously an estimate. Unfortunately, it could even be as late as June 2026. The big rollout where major changes kick in. This includes the abolition of Section 21, the most exciting and also the most controversial part of the new bill. This is where a whole raft of law is now far more enforceable for renters, since the no-fault evictions will be gone. It's not plain sailing for renters, since the process is being changed to something called a Section 8, where landlords actually have to pick from a list of reasons for evicting a renter. More information follow this in future videos. All fixed-term assured short-hold tenancies convert to assured periodic tenancies. What the hell does this mean? That means that everything is now rolling contract and no fixed-term tenancies will be granted under the old system. Renters will be protected from evictions by the Section 8 requirements in almost all cases. New rights for renters are coming with the implementation of a 2-month notice period, which means if a renter wants to leave, they have 2 months notice at any point, and very importantly, the inclusion of specific rights towards renting and owning pets, particularly close to my own heart as a cat owner or cat parent. The landlord will need to request rent increases properly through a Section 13 notice. More to follow on this in future videos. Landlords cannot ask for rent paid up front. This is particularly important for all those overseas students who we deal with and speak to and help. They are usually having to pay 6 months up front at a standard. So that's gone. Likely in late 2026, we may even see the rollout of the landlord database, so you can tell who is a landlord who's not. Type their name into the database. What information is going to be included there is still up in the air, but that will be decided hopefully over the next few months. Really exciting. There are even plans to delay some of the bill to over a decade from now. Yes, that's 2025 or even later. The new decent home standard for private rented sector. Well, what does that mean? There's a certain standard that social housing has to abide by. That's now been hopefully implemented for the private sector, but unfortunately they're saying it's going to take 10 years to actually put that into law. So yes, the law's been approved, but most of the big rights for renters arrive over the next year or two. It's super exciting. If you rent and want to stay ahead, follow us for more updates on what you need to know.